Hello guys, exceL Guest here again, and this time I'll be interviewing the co-owner of exceL eSports, Kieran Derby. How are you doing, mate?
I am wonderful, Daniel, or Guesty, should I say. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Cheers for asking. So, firstly, obviously you started your own organisation. Now, when did the idea to start it first come around, in your head? And, at what point did it actually become a reality for you to actually get the organisation started?
Okay, so the actual concept I've had in my head for over a year now, and the whole branding was done across a series of 2 weeks. Now, some people might know this already, but I work part-time as a lifeguard, and when you're sitting up there with not much to do, when old ladies are swimming up and down, you have a lot of time to think, and that is where, honestly, I planned the whole branding idea of exceL and everything to do with it across about, as I say, a period of 2 weeks, sitting there using my thinking time, and I came up with this brand concept. Put it to one side, put it on the shelf. Didn't really revisit it, but had mentioned, I think, to you, Daniel, at some point about
Yeah.
exceL, and mentioned to Joel about it as well. And then everyone has heard this story through a series of interviews. However, about a year after I'd come up with the concept, myself, Joel, and actually yourself, Daniel, were sitting in Weatherspoons over a pint, and Joel turned around and said, "Why don't we just do it? Let's just do it." And that was it. Really kicked off from there. So that was in about November of 2014, and that was where it all started, really.
It's obviously our guys started, like you just said, November 2014, and it's already achieved so much in that short period of time. So, what do you think of the things you've actually achieved as the organisation?
Well, it's really exciting, isn't it? Really, everything is all new to us. Obviously, we're new to as org owners. In terms of the COD side of things, obviously we've already been to one LAN. Didn't place as top 12 wasn't really where we wanted to be. We wanted to be pushing at least top 8, top 6. But for a first LAN, we've got to be happy with that. COD was always going to be where we started, and now we're really looking to expand from there.
All right, so co-running your organisation with Joel, of course, and it takes a lot of time, and I say it requires three main things. You've got to have your strategies of how to run it, your goals and your objectives, and your initiatives. So obviously, with you being a law student and Joel being a first-class business management graduate, do you believe together and as individuals, you actually have the three qualities to be able to run the organisation fully?
Yeah, I mean, we make a really, really good team, actually. Obviously, as brothers, that some people may think that causes problems, but we have such a good relationship with each other that it hasn't caused any problems to date, touch wood, but I can't see it causing any problems at all. Really, Joel is the business side of it. I mean, I do have an interest in business as well, but Joel really is the business brains behind it. I have a background; it was more of a hobby in graphics, so that's really helped with the branding of it. And then when it comes to obviously the law side of things, all the contracts that get put in place with other businesses, I handle. So as a team, yeah, we've got all the qualities I think to run a really successful organisation.
So obviously, you've got your FIFA players, you've got your Call of Duty teams. So, are you planning on expanding your organization maybe into different games, different platforms, and maybe getting some more players in teams?
Oh, asking for some intel now, are we? So, yeah, I mean, we're really happy with the Call of Duty. Obviously, at the moment, we don't have a solid 4 in Call of Duty, but we are working on that. We're happy with our FIFA players. So now, in terms of expansion, we really want to look. I mean, we're comfortable with FPS gaming, so that's really where we're sticking at the moment.
Yeah.
So we're looking to branch out into PC gaming. So obviously, the obvious target is CS:GO for us now.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking to pick up that. I mean, there might be Halo on the horizon and some RTS games such as Dota and League of Legends maybe in the future. But right now, I would say CS:GO is on the horizon.
So,
Yep.
with you having your Call of Duty team and the FIFA team, so when you went going to pick up players, what made you pick up the players that you have out of any other players that you had in mind?
Okay, so first and foremost, no one wants to pick up an unsuccessful player. So in terms of the COD team and the FIFA teams, what we asked from them was what achievements they had made. So we looked at the achievements. That sorts out the men from the boys, if you like, the people that we really want to be looking at, and the people that are maybe not there yet, and they need to achieve more before organisations are going to pick them up. But then once you've got a set of high achieving people, then it's all about attitude. It's 100% about attitude, and it's surprising how well or poorly people can come across in emails or a simple Skype conversation. And that's really where we sort out who's right for exceL, who actually fits the brand, who is going to represent us well, and we feel like we've done that.
So obviously, it's going around Twitter now is got the thoughts about Gfinity being 18 years and over, and obviously the LAN being announced in Amsterdam. So what are your thoughts on these two things that have just come into circulation?
Okay, so obviously we're thinking COD here. So our COD team at the moment, we obviously are looking for one still. I won't give any intel on what players we're looking at and stuff like that. However, obviously we know Shawnee is 16.
Yeah.
And Shawnee is a massive part of the organisation, as well as a very, very talented Call of Duty player. And we don't want him to miss out on any tournaments or anything.
Yeah.
So if Gfinity does come to 18 plus, then we will be looking past Gfinity and looking at this Amsterdam LAN instead.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll still be looking for one for that as well as we would for Gfinity. But in terms of roster changes, we can't really do anything until that announcement, because that's obviously gonna it's gonna take us in one direction or the other. So until that announcement, we won't be able to say anything for definite. But that is my thoughts on the situation at the moment.
Very nice, very nice. So for you, when would you feel like you've been successful in this business venture with the organization?
That's an interesting point. How you know you've made it, if you like.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of a following and a backing, we need to grow our following base, not just our followers on Twitter or anything like that, but as an actual fan base in terms of Twitch views, YouTube subscribers, YouTube views. We want to grow the fan base and the following behind the organization. But in terms of when we know we've made it, I suppose it's when we're up there and we're regarded as a powerhouse in the esports in EU. So, your Epsilons, your TCMs. When we're regarded as one of them, then we know we've made it.
All right, so I guess that's all we've got time for at the minute. So thank you, Kieran, for obviously being here for this interview. So guys, after this, obviously subscribe to the channel. Go give all the guys a follow. We'll leave a link to the Twitch channel in there, the actual organization Twitter. So go give a follow. Don't forget to like the video, and thank you so much for watching.
Thanks very much, guys.